and welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and I am so excited to talk to you today on Sunday Style Guide. So I am pre-filming this on, I think today's Saturday night, and I am so glad I waited to film until the last minute, which I usually do not by choice, but because I'm just a terrible garbage person when it comes to scheduling. But I'm really glad I waited because now I get to talk to you about two more high-end but really kind of exciting collections that are coming out. One of them I think is much more aspirational than the other, as in really expensive, and the other one I think is a lot more accessible, but we'll get into it. So I am super excited. So if you want to hear about two luxe collections that just came out with two very high-profile industry people, stay tuned. All right, lovelies, let's get into it. I have two collections that I want to talk to you about. The first one is called Henning, I believe, and this is a much more high-end, very high-fashion kind of. Cool thing is it's from a editor from Glamour Magazine. I believe she was an editor at Glamour. I also think she was someone who, I'm almost sure it was Glamour. It might not have been Glamour. It might have been at Marie Claire. But I will link the article down below so that you can fact check my terrible information. Anyways, we're here to talk about the clothes. But it's from a woman who was a fashion editor, and being plus size herself was having a really hard time finding like really fashionable workwear. So I think that these pieces are very sartorial, so very what I would call basics, but sometimes it does make sense to invest in basic clothing that you're going to wear over and over and over again, is going to stand the test of time. So because this is a new brand, I don't know about the quality, and because, well, you'll see in a minute, the pricing I think isn't for the average person. This is very aspirational pricing. I'm not used to paying these kinds of prices for my clothes. If you are, more power to you. Hey, how you doing? But I don't think this is going to be me anytime soon. So even though I can admire this collection, I won't be picking anything up from it, but I did want to kind of share it with you and just kind of see, because once these sorts of things come out, you know that dupes are coming from other, dupes are coming from other brands. So let's get into it. So again, this is called Henning, and it's Henning. And if you use the code WELCOME20, you get $20 off your first order of $400 or more. Yeah, that's the realm we're going to right now. It's not my code, it's just the code you have on the website. I have no affiliation with this brand whatsoever. So, they won't even take my cash. Like, that's where we are. So here's two pieces, the bank blazer. So it's just kind of like looks like a 3-button down blazer, and it looks like kind of cinched in at the waist and narrow lapels. Very nice, very pretty. Is it something that you need to pay $595 for? You know, if you smoke them, if you got them, I guess. Then you have the bank pants, which are $295. So, you know, a lot more reasonable. I don't know what $300 pants feel like. I kind of want to know, but I don't know. Like, really $300? Like, I feel like for $300 they should make me look like Sofia Vergara, make me a sandwich, and make sure my coffee's made in the morning. Like, those three things. Like, that would be worth $300 to me. Obviously these are very nice pants. I can't speak to quality because I will just, even if I was a millionaire, I don't think I could bring myself to spend $300 on pants, but you know, who knows, maybe one day. The next two pieces are the dovetail shirt. So it's this white shirt, and that retails for $249. Again, it's kind of like your regular, starch kind of shirt. It looks very well tailored, very well made. It looks that way. I don't know. If you know someone or if you yourself have tried this brand or you have this on order, please let us know in the comments down below if this is something that you would ever think of. Now, where I think the value of showing you these things, because I know most of us are probably not going to put in our orders to Henning, but the value is kind of like, this is the sort of style and vibe you're looking for when you're looking for workwear. Like, this is kind of like the standard we should hold other brands to, instead of just like the droopy, shirts and like the floral prints and the wrap dresses and stuff. Also, you have a rally blazer here, and it looks like it's a satin blazer. So in that kind of material, I understand, because that one is $595. So a $600 blazer in all satin, that makes sense, because that's very hard to create, very hard to work. It makes a lot of sense that that's very expensive. So that's something I kind of expect to be that price because of the material. It's also a beautiful color. I don't know if it's satin or silk, but either way, it makes sense. Also, in this next pair, the rally pants are $349, excuse me. Again, probably because of that material. And then you have something called the overtime trench, which is $995. I don't know what to say about that. Like, what? What are you talking about? No, trench coats don't cost $995 to make. Like, what waterproofing did you put, like, diamond encrusted waterproofing on it? Like, explain this to me. I don't know. Now, all of these things are pretty, and again, these are the kind of structural and stylistic standards we should hold other brands to without having to mortgage your house to buy a trench coat. So that's kind of why I'm excited about the next thing we'll talk about. So back to Henning. These are the raised pants. It looks like they're kind of like a terracotta color in a linen, and those are $349. And the capital t-shirt, which looks like mixed media between a satin and like a cotton, and that's $249 for a shirt. What are you thinking, people? They have a Henning X 4 Days t-shirt, $65. That almost seems reasonable, $65. But again, it's probably made with like Supima cotton, and I didn't read the description because we don't prepare on this channel. But my guess is that the materials kind of makes sense. And also, if these are made in the US, that makes sense for labor costs, and they probably don't have a super huge run, so they're probably not contracted for a lot of different pieces, which drives the cost up. So I get that, but this is really meant for high-end people, like, this is meant for people in power positions, this brand. The after hours dress, now I do love that they included not only diverse body types and diverse skin tones, but diversity in ability too, because this woman, I think, is the same woman that I saw in the Target ads, where she has a prosthetic leg. And I remember walking to Target and seeing that and being like, oh, it's so cool that they're finally doing that. That's awesome, because women with prosthetic legs, like, want to look fly too, like, whatever. This is the after hours dress for $549. Again, it's in that satin it's in that satin material, so it makes sense, because you kind of have to like hide the stitching, and you have to do all of these other things to make sure that the dress integrity stays, even though the material is very kind of flimsy, right? And then the lining and everything else. So like, that makes sense, but on a trench coat, come on. And the after hours robe is $549. So when you cry yourself to sleep at night because you've mortgaged your house, your soul, and your firstborn child to afford any of these clothes, you can wrap yourself in this robe and cry. There is one affordable thing, and it's the tote bag. I'm sorry, it's just it's just too crazy to me. It's just like, you want me to spend, I'm sorry, excuse you? Like, rude. $549 for a pair of pants? Rude. Rude. Okay, so I was also reading in Glamour Magazine that yesterday they announced that Christian Siriano is dropping a collection with J. Jill. Now, J. Jill is also not the most affordable brand in the world. They definitely are a higher price tag. They're much more, I would put them in the luxury category. The pieces are from size 2 to 28, and all of them are under $200. So I think that that's really awesome. Unfortunately, in the Glamour piece that shows all the pieces, there were no prices. So this collection drops, I believe, on the 12th. And so, which is kind of cool because that's my wedding anniversary. Had to take a little break. But, so my point is that all of these Christian Siriano and J. Jill by Christian Siriano pieces they're going to be less affordable, but I think they're going to be more in that kind of like, okay, I'm willing to invest range. So anything from, you know, $50 to $200, it kind of makes sense that, you know, for a designer brand. Now, here is this kind of really cool, it's almost like a different version of a puff jacket. It's really like slim and it's this beautiful teal color. I imagine this is the thing that's going to be more on like the $200 end because it's outerwear and a coat. Usually those things are a little bit more expensive. This blazer that has the zippered pockets I think is really cute. I don't know how I feel about the zippered pockets though. I think the dimensions and the and being able to like ruche up your sleeves in a blazer, I really do like that look. I don't know about the zippered pockets though. I don't know. Am I too much of a fuddy-duddy, or am I just like, I think it kind of cheapens the look? I'm not sure. You guys tell me. This is like a really beautiful tunic piece, and I like it, but I hope that it comes in other colors other than white, because I feel like anytime I wear a white top, I just like attract stains. Like they're just magnetically drawn to me. And usually right here where you can't hide them. Like it's never, oh, you know, down here in this tiny little like hem where you can't see it. No. Whatever time I wear white, even if I am not eating anything or drinking anything, like somehow ketchup or coffee or something will get on my boobs. Somehow. Does that happen to you? This is the piece I'm most excited about. It is this black and white dress with kind of a leaf motif. Try saying that 10 times fast. This leaf motif, and I think that this is something that you could wear for all seasons. I think this is beautiful. Unfortunately, I do think this is going to be one of the higher end pieces as well. This one, I get what they were going for in this kind of turquoise sort of like mod dress, like reminiscent of like the 60s and 70s. Like this was basically meant to be Twiggy at work, you know, and it just, I don't think it works. I don't like it. I don't like it. What do you think? Is this something that you would pick up? Is this something you would wear? Let me know in the comments down below if I'm just crazy. I would love to know. Also, this beautiful kind of white pussy bow sweater, or it could be a blouse. I think it's a blouse. I think this is a blouse. I think it's absolutely on trend for like the black and white. I think it would really work for spring, and it would work for winter too. Like this is something you could just wear to work, and like it's one of those kind of effortless pieces that even if you wore this with jeans, it kind of elevates the jeans. And I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of debating about whether I like this or the leaf motif dress more. They also have t-shirts available that say kindness is strength, and I believe in the Glamour article they were saying that all the proceeds from the t-shirts are going to charity. I don't remember which charity it was. But they're all going to charity, so if you buy this shirt, which I'm sure is very expensive, we'll probably, again, we don't know any of the prices because Glamour didn't list any of them. all of the t-shirts were going to charity, the kindness is strength one. This is also a kind of interesting blouse tunic top. I do like the shearing in it. I feel like this is another kind of like A-line swing tunic that's really more for lazy Sundays, or like going to the farmer's market on Saturday, or like going to brunch. This isn't something I would necessarily wear to an interview. Like, so I think there's a difference between workwear that you're going to like interview in, and stuff that you're going to, you're very confident in your job, like you're okay and you can go a little bit more casual. That's something. So especially if you have like a creative job, or this is something that you want to wear to casual Friday, but you want like a more elevated look, this would be something that would be perfect for that too. Where you want to be casual but not too casual, this would be nice. I don't like this piece. I don't like this shirt that has the bell sleeves and the buttons, and it's not the shirt's fault. I don't like bell sleeves. I much prefer the fitted sleeves like this, because anytime I have had a bell sleeve, what happens is the sleeve just knocks over something like a dip or coffee or gravy or something. It doesn't matter what it is. It will somehow magically get attracted to my white bell cuff shirt. It doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. It magnetically gets attracted. I don't like bell sleeve shirts for that reason. And also because even though I'm a plus size person, I'm very petite. So I'm 5 feet tall. So the more fabric I have on me, the more kind of layers, the bigger it makes me look, and like the more kind of dowdy it makes me look. I'm not, I don't love that. And so a big concern of mine, like before I cut my hair, was like, oh, my face is gonna look too big. And honestly, I think that this just flatters my face way better than it did when I had like the scraggly hair that the only thing I ever did was throw it up in a bun. Like, I've done more to my hair in the past like 2 weeks than I have any other time or the past week. I think I've only had this hair for a week or two. I don't know. But anyways, I don't like this piece because it has bell sleeves. If you love bell sleeves, you might really like this. I don't think it's anything super duper special. Now, this one has more tapered sleeves. It looks like the cross between like a sweater and a shirt. I do enjoy the kind of gathered sleeves and the ruching. I think that's really nice, and I do enjoy that it's kind of like a 3/4 sleeve, and it looks like it's meant to kind of showcase this part of your arm, which I think is really nice, because if you want to wear a, say, long sleeve sweater like this because it's going to get colder, but you still want to show off like jewelry, or you still want to show off like a bracelet, that would be really nice too. So I think that Christian Siriano's collection is more geared towards a middle-class person who's willing to invest, $100, maybe $200 into an item, or, maybe buy 1 to 2 things that are a little bit nicer. So if you've ever seen Hannah Louise Poston's channel, she is famous for doing her year-long no-buy, where she didn't buy makeup, hair care products, or anything like that. She didn't buy anything new until she had used up stuff and replaced it. If you've never seen her channel, you should go check that out. But her constant refrain is fewer but nicer things. And as I get older, that's kind of the sentiment that I have more and more. When I first got really interested into fashion and makeup, my first impulse was I want to accumulate as much as I possibly can. I want the new, I want the thing, I want this, I want that. And I feel like we're kind of in this really cool moment in plus size fashion where Altazura is doing a collaboration with Target, which is like probably the most affordable out of all these designer collections that is coming out. It absolutely is. And, Christian Siriano for J. Jill, and Henning is coming out for the super luxe people who like to spend $500 on their pants. If you feel like that's something you need in your life, then, of course. But I feel like I'm just at a point in my life where I do want fewer but nicer things. And my husband could tell you, like, I go through these periods where I'm just like, I want to throw everything out and start all over again. We have too many things. My kitchen is definitely one of those places. But my point is with this Sunday style guide is don't feel like you have to accumulate anything or all or any of these things. Look at the things that interest you and the things that actually make you go, oh, I don't have that. Or, oh, I have a coat that is, running out of steam or has holes or it's being worn, or, or if you want to donate something right before it gets to be unwearable. So you want to make sure that you're being responsible with your purchasing. And if this is something that you find really difficult and really hard, maybe don't watch these kinds of videos. Maybe watch videos about, and I'm trying to kind of come up with more content that's not centered around brands, that's not centered around new releases, that's not centered around accumulating new things. So I'm trying to get creative and do that, but I feel like these videos are what people come to the channel for and what they want to watch for. But I also want to make space and room for people who are maybe in a place where they're trying really hard not to accumulate new things. So let me know in the comments down below where you are in your fashion journey, where you are, are you going to do, are you going to wait for Black Friday, or what trends you're interested in, and if any of these pieces spoke to you. Like I just would love to know, and I just love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much, lovelies. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Bye.